Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hello everyone, Late Night Cappy here. And I like to stay on top of it. Make sure none of these asshole consulting requests. I like to have a clean plate. And then the next day I'd have no guilt. I could play video games without, oh God, I ought to do this. So a young man writes, Hi Aaron, I'm in an unusual situation. I am self-employed as a freelance writer and I live with my parents. That's not unusual. That's actually quite common for freelance writers. I desperately want to move to a different city and take my first stab at real independence, but my income is all over the place. Some months I make $5,000, other months I make next to nothing. My plan would be to move to a medium-sized city, look to rent for a room for $500 to $600 a month. Do you think this is a good idea, or just for the experience? Part of it, I'll admit, is the shame of being 26 and not having moved out yet. Yeah, you're a fucking loser. Sorry, dude. That's pretty fucking shameful. And if you've been living at home that long and you're making that amount of money, even if it's little, you should have a huge war chest saved up by now. That you should have at least a year of living expenses, if not two. That is assuming you didn't go to college and have college debt and paid it off. But I mean, if you went to college, 22, paid off your student loans and you're 26. Actually, that's not too loserish. But yeah, now it's time to get the fuck out of that. Dude, are you an Italian? Are you a fucking European? Do you live at home with your mommy and daddy until you're 35? Or are you like Barack Obama voter? What the fuck? So yeah, now it's time to get the fuck out of Dodge. But I also think that the pressure of being moved out and living in a different city will inspire me to put much more effort into my business. Do you think I'm right? How much money should I save before planning a move to a new city? I am PT and my personal time. Important. I didn't. I used the name you wanted me to use. Do I think you're right? Yeah, you got to move out. You should move to a new city. And here's the deal. Writing isn't a career. That's a hobby. Until you make it a career and can live off of it. In the meantime, that's your hobby. You get to go and find some kind of real job. The rest of us get to work, okay? I don't care what that is. It's got to be something. I prefer security guard work. Another guy we had was a parking lot attendant. And I think it was William Faulkner. I think he was the artist or the author. But me, I write my books while I'm working security. So you could find a job that supports yourself and puts food on the table, and then you could pursue your writing career until it sprouts its own legs and can support a human being. In the meantime, as a true man, you must support yourself, and that means you got to get a real job, right? Don't do this. Well, man, oh God, I want to be a writer, and real world don't give a shit. Real world is like Honey Badger. Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badger don't play that. You go find some job in some city. I don't care if it's going through Craigslist or what. You get a job, preferably one that is conducive, that will allow you to write. Maybe third shift. It's wonderful to work late at night. I do some great writing overnight. Get out of your parents' goddamn place, and you go be a man. I know it's kind of a one and done kind of thing. Get a job during the daytime, keep writing. That's it. Go live in a city. Find some cheap place. I think medium city, yeah, you should be able to find a place $500 to $600 a month. I'd recommend finding a place that's quiet. But the first thing you gotta do is find a job. How much money do you need to save to get out? In theory, you find a job and you land a job. Nothing. You should be able to move out with enough for a rental deposit. And I would almost recommend you prepay your rent so you force yourself to maintain within a budget. I'd say save up about $5,000. That's enough. You could do it in $2,000, but you might want to have a little bit more. But you should have $5,000 living at home until you're 26. Really, dude, you should have cash saved up. So find that city, find that town, keep writing, find a job. Don't care what it is, get a job, and get out of the house. That's all we really have. Toodles.